There are many service providers out there, but we're sure you want a good one with professional touch. We have it.
Keyword research video part 2. Now, if you've seen the first video, you'll know exactly what to do to find the keywords that you're already ranking content for and what pages that content is appearing in the search results on Google and for what keywords. You can then now take that content and improve it because you know what keywords you're ranking for. So you can put more of the good content that Google's already ranking you for onto those pages. In this video, we're going to show you how to take those keywords, put them into the tools that we're going to show you to help you research more content that you can put on your website for those keywords. Are you with me? Just follow, watch this video and use the tools that we've provided to help you get some further keyword ideas that are going to get more people running to your website and saying, please, please help me. And you'll be able to provide them all the great content that we're going to show you how to build and grow in these videos. So watch this video and find out additional tools that you can use the content keywords that you're already ranking for to improve the website even further.
Okay, so one of the first places to go looking for keyword ideas is Google Trends. There's no point in finding a load of keywords, but the trend on them is downward. You're going to put all of that effort into getting found, and your keywords are not going to be producing the relevant type of customer. So the first thing we're going to search for is corporate entertainment. Okay, so let's have a look at corporate entertainment, and what we're going to do is look at the interest in this keyword for all time. So Google is going to go away and come back with some search results. You've got to set the parameters. So we'll set the parameters to United Kingdom. There we go. And you can see that January 2004, the search volume was much higher. And here we come with the credit crunch and decimated. Okay. So fewer people are actually searching for corporate entertainment now over time. But you have different categories, and you can search if you know that your particular search result is going to be in the arts and entertainment. So you had some big spikes here in 2005, and then as the credit crunch rolls in 2007-8, it starts to drop right off. Here we go. There we go. And it's bumping along the bottom. But that doesn't necessarily mean to say that it's not worth optimizing for. It just means that you might not have the same volume as you did, and it seems to be bouncing along the bottom there. And you can look at different search dimensions here: web search, image search, news search, shopping, YouTube's. YouTube can be useful because it might show that there's very little in the way of search going on. Now that's a weird result. Oh, it's because it's in the arts and entertainment category. But even so, you know, it's bumping along. It's almost flatlining here, and this is probably where they started to tune in more and more traffic to it. But overall, you just want to have a look at web search, because that's where you're primarily going to be looking, and you're looking at England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. You can see from this map that there's more interest in England than there is in the other countries. These are related topics and related ideas. Corporate event ideas that is starting to break out, which means it's rising. So these give you some quite interesting ideas for what people are searching for, and you want to download those. So open that up, and you've got related queries for corporate events, and what you're seeing there is corporate entertainment, and all of these here, these are related, and these are rising terms: corporate event ideas, corporate entertainment ideas, corporate event ideas, ideas for corporate events. These are on the rise, so those are worth looking at. Stag weekends, fantastic. Event management, corporate events, London, 250% increase in the time period. So yeah, related queries. Use your search for your term. Also search for these queries. You can sort by the following metrics. Rising queries with the biggest increase in search frequency since the last time period. Results marked breakout had a tremendous increase, probably because these queries are new and had few, if any, prior searches. So this is a really good place to come, because you might find search terms that your competitors just aren't seeing users searching for. You know, it's all very well and good looking at your analytics, but you're looking in the past. This is sort of up to date. So this is quite good. And these are related topics on the left hand side. So if people who have searched for event management as a topic have been looking for things like wine tasting, racetrack, you know, various other things, company, so corporate events, UK planning, and that's worth downloading as well. It might not be as on the money as your previous one, but it does give you some other areas, because you might do corporate entertainment wine tasting as a page or as a guide. So that gives you some more information. So at the moment we're just in information gathering mode, and this is how Google Trends can be used to help you find search terms that you're perhaps not being ranked for, or don't know that you could be ranked for. So it's a really good sort of broad base place to come and look for keyword ideas. Okay, the next tool that is worth using is the Moz Keyword Explorer. It's a useful tool. There is a paid for version, but this will give you some ideas about your keywords. So start with a fairly broad keyword, corporate entertainment, and you are going to have to log in. So you will have to create an account, but it's free, and you can look at various dimensions in and around corporate entertainment, and we're looking at keyword. So what they're saying here is that this is the sort of volume that you can expect for people to search for this. How often the term or phrase is searched for in Google each month. So they reckon that between 101 and 200 people a month are searching for corporate entertainment. Now, is that possible? This is where I take a step back and think in broader terms and think, actually, is it likely to be more than that or less than that? Is that accurate? And if you think that that's around about sort of 7 or 8 a day, I think there's probably slightly more than that. So this is, I think, a conservative estimate, but I don't think it's a million miles away. The difficulty is how hard it would be to rank for this compared to the currently ranked websites. And they're saying that a score of 0 to 100, 0 being easy and 100 is difficult, then this is less than halfway. So that if you could make your website better than 2/3 of the websites out there, you've got a good chance of ranking for this. So they think that they estimate the amount of people who click through when they see the search results is about 41%. So less than 50% of people actually click on the results, but it's that's still a decent click-through rate, and it sort of suggesting to me that this is a possible search term as a main topic that we can drill into is worth looking at. Moz produced their own priority score, and this tells you maybe if you had a list of 100 keywords the higher this is, the higher this score is between 0 and 100, the more of a priority they're saying it should be. So this one helps you to understand whether or not that this is a good priority for your keyword focus. However, it doesn't take into account the business need. So, you know, if you've created that keyword and you think that that's what you want to focus on because that's what you do and perhaps all you do, it might be worthwhile having that as your core search term that you want to get found for, but you would be looking at other search terms. So you might change your priority depending on what your business needs are as well. So what we're looking at here are keyword suggestions. So these keyword suggestions, we'll open that in a new link because we'll come back to it, are a list of all of the suggestions that are based in and around those that core keyword, and you can order this by different things. But what they've shown here is that team building activities actually has a much higher number of people searching for it. Team building activities, wedding entertainment, corporate ideas, event planning. So this is building you a core topic list for your business or your website, which allows you to now look at the keywords in a much more in-depth but strategic overview of those keywords. You can group the keywords in different ways. So, you know, it's going to try and make a guess around about team building activities, show one grouped keyword. So team building is one of those keywords. So 3 keywords in that group: wedding entertainment agent, wedding event, wedding entertainers. So this, like entertainment agency UK. So here are 21 other keywords which are allied to or similar to that keyword. So that's quite useful because that gives you the core search term and allied search terms that go along with it. So if you were going to optimize for team building activities, team building would be a part of that. So you might have a team building topic on your website and then a sub-page of team building activities, team building suggestions, team building, how to create the perfect team building day. These might all be within the category of team building. So it gives you a guide to how the keywords should be grouped. Corporate entertainment days out, corporate activity days, unusual corporate days out. Now that unusual corporate days out, that could be really easy to rank for, okay, depending on your website, depending on many factors. But that search term is getting looked at. Now it's probably low, but unusual corporate days out, that has the ring of it of somebody who wants something different because they've probably had corporate days out before or understand what's needed for a corporate day out and have to do something different. The boss has said, don't send us to the races again, we want to do something a bit unusual. So they've literally run to Google and typed in unusual corporate days out, and lo and behold, if you had the ultimate guide to unusual corporate days out and you had a 2,000 plus blog post on unusual days out and reviews of them and stupid and silly and weird and wonderful things that you could do, then you've got a fair chance that if you do other activities on your website which are allied to corporate days out, that one would start to get ranked. So this is a good way of finding keywords that are allied to your initial core keyword. So just because you don't want to rank for a fat head or chunky middle, that's where you start to look for the keywords that are likely to throw up a long tail keyword that you can use to build your keyword search optimization around. So we're going to export that as well. That's another good one. And you can tune this so that you can say, oh, get rid of anything with, you know, fewer than a few thousand search terms. But you see, these tools are used by really big players. Now the point is that unusual corporate days out going to produce 10,000 people to your website? No. What it might do though is bring 5 people to your website who have got a really hot button that you can press with the right blog post and the right call to action and the right follow-up. So this is about understanding that if you are going to add content to your website, you might as well add the content where people have a hot button, but also looking at, as we mentioned before, those 3 different types of searches. So the ultimate guide to unusual days, corporate days out, that is a great one for the top end, like blog posts, the ones where people are looking for informational content, you know, like no trust. So this is like informational content 101. You know, somebody is going to be found for that because you're not selling anything, you're just giving them some great ideas. Then they might look at those individual ideas in a bit more depth and do some search around that. But you gave them the idea in the first place, so who are they going to speak to first when it comes to, can you tell me a bit more about these unusual days out you've mentioned? It's going to be you, especially if at the bottom of that blog page you have a great call to action which says, if you're interested in any of these events, then please get in touch. Even if we can't match the event to the date for availability reasons, we will find something equally unusual. Get in touch, no obligation. Fantastic. Who are they going to get in touch with if you've come up first for unusual corporate days out and you have the ultimate guide on your website and it looks good and it's sexy and it's laid out well? They're going to come and speak to you. So these are some very interesting tactics to help drive people into you and turn them from just information seekers into hot prospects. So the keyword assistant tool by Cognitive SEO is quite useful. And here you can see I've performed the search. We jumped forward a little bit because I didn't want you sitting through this site, ploughing through the suggestions. Now, I haven't logged in here, mainly because I tend to use the Moz Keyword Explorer. But you can start a trial on this and it can give you some additional ideas. Now, you know, sometimes it's good because you can then take these ideas and chuck them back in something like Moz, and a great way of doing this, just highlighting all of them, cutting and pasting them into a text document, and then going through them and editing them. So here they are pasted into a and that, what about that? Look, is corporate entertainment tax deductible? Now, you don't have to be an accountant to come up for that search term. Now, if you're doing it as a corporate entertainment company, you might write yourself the ultimate guide to corporate entertainment as a tax deductible item. And you might go and then write it, go to an accountant and say, can you read this and tell me if there's anything that's wrong with this and da 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 da. Then you link to that accountancy from this blog post and say, we've liaised with these people, da 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 da. That boosts them, but it also allows your visitors to have a higher degree of trust in that information over anyone else who might have written it, because it's got the sign off of someone who is an accountant who has told you, yeah, that information is great. And you could do it as an interview, you know, an interview style, questions and answers, break it down and send it to them, sort of thing. But there's loads of great things in here, and just because it says a different town doesn't mean to say that people aren't searching for your town or major conurbations near you. So it's interesting to see these. You know, there's a lot of searches here being shown for Manchester, Vancouver, expenses. See, you could then group that with the is corporate entertainment tax deductible, and so this might also give you some keywords in and around a main search topic that you can then break down into a longer blog post. So is corporate entertainment tax deductible? And then one section in it is corporate entertainment expenses. You just have to take the keywords and they start to build and suggest your content to you, which is why the second part of doing content research, this digging into longer tail keywords, is really important, because that's going to give you the ideas in and around your content that can allow you to create more engaging content that is being searched for. There's nothing worse than producing content that nobody is searching for. That's a waste of your time. So you want to be able to make sure that the content that you are producing already has people searching for it, because then you can get your content ranking for it. So the first place to look is your own content and any keywords that you're being found for, then using that to suggest content, suggest keywords from some research for other content that you can produce. And that way you're not only improving the content you already have, but you're adding to it. Okay, the last tool to do with keywords is Ubersuggest's free keyword tool. I'm going to put in here corporate entertainment. There we go. And again, this is very similar to the Keyword Explorer, but they all do slightly different suggestions, but it's worth doing so that you can build up the list of keywords and topics that you think that you are going to be looking to rank for. Okay, so it's come back with the search results. We've got search volume, it's saying low, okay, which, you know, is kind of what this is saying. They're saying 101 to 200 searches a month. He's saying that it's low. Saying, again, the SEO difficulty is medium. Yeah, it's 35, not too bad. To rank for it for paid search is slightly more difficult, and they're saying he's reckoning that your cost per click would be around about £5.18 if you were doing CPC. But what it does do is gives you additional keyword ideas. So corporate entertainment, the top ranking for this is this particular website, entertainment-nation.co.uk. It might be really difficult to rank for them. To outrank them for this, especially if you're a small local independent corp entertainment company. And as you go down, you can see, look, you know, Wikipedia, huge authority site. It's going to be difficult to rank highly for this because it's a sort of chunky middle, almost fathead search term. Google will be applying various other filters to this so that you only get local search results, and local being British search results. So there's a whole load of things here, but what they do show you is the estimated visits from this search term every month and how many social shares they've got. So how many times has their website, this particular page, been shared, total number of times the URL was shared on social networks like Facebook. Domain score is really difficult now. Google doesn't give it out, so it's not being shown. But this gives you an idea of how many visits people are getting. These people here, Garland Leisure, 239 social shares, but they're not getting any visits from this, because this smacks to me of either somebody who's really active on something like Facebook or Twitter, or has paid for some dodgy SEO. Hence they're ranking 54. They're not getting any visits from this search term, but they've got loads and loads of social shares. I might be wrong, might be completely wrong. -2 social shares. Not quite sure what a -2 figure is. And again, you know, you can look down here, the first 100. There's, as you get outside that first 10, again, tailored entertainment, corporate brands, corporate bands. This and this one here, corporate entertainment professionals, this definitely looks like risky SEO practice. That's not to say that this website couldn't have got a viral post, and fair enough, but it says quite a lot to me that they're on second page. They know that if they popped onto the first page they'd get more work, so have they created an SEO activity in and around trying to get more likes and shares on social media? Don't know. Look, when you look at the top one, he's only got 9, but I bet they've got a lot more backlinks, which are going to help drive them up the search rank. Backlinks are important, and we'll speak about that in a moment. Okay, now we're going to have a quick look at Answer the Public. Now, what we've looked at so far is pure keyword search results, search terms. They are the type of thing that people search for, but like I say, we're going to try and get you ranked for 3 different types of search on the user's journey. So these are going to be likely to be more hand on wallet search terms, you know, no, like, trust. This is the trust end of it. They're ready to buy. But Answer the Public could give you some really good keyword search results, search terms that will find you in those informational search results. So all you do is you put in the information there and you send Answer the Public off to find information about corporate entertainment. Okay, so 11 questions returned. Okay, so have a quick, just cut and paste those in. So what is corporate entertainment? What is corporate entertainment? Its importance to a company. That could be a great blog post. What is corporate entertainment? Its importance to a company. I'm trying to see why that's different. It's not. It's exactly the same. How can corporate entertainment be a marketing tool? That's an interesting blog post. When can corporate entertainment become bribery? Oh, again, interesting, especially with if you did a series and one of them was, is corporate entertainment tax deductible? Suddenly it's more than just the corporate entertainment. But again, is this likely to turn into into business? Maybe somebody starts searching for that and then moves into corporate entertainment, but it might not be a primary or priority for your business. Then as you come down here, there are 80 plus prepositions, 48 prepositions. So have a look at those quickly. Corporate entertainment in London, corporate entertainment for events. So, oh look, corporate entertainment is only about making money, or is corporate entertainment tax deductible? There we go. So people, again, it's being reconfirmed that people are searching for this. So this gives you some sort of longer tail around entertainment for corporate events, Toronto, London. But it shows you that people are trying parties, events, awards. Might be additional content that you can add to your website. We've got 27 corporate events, corporate entertainment and the Bribery Act. Oh, interesting. Corporate entertainment and VAT, corporate entertainment Orlando. Again, it's giving you more information. And you've got 312 alphabetical searches that people have used to find allied businesses. A lot of these are going to be location ones, so Dublin, Dallas, Dubai, obviously. But there are some in here, like corporate entertainment acts, corporate events, entertainment acts. That might be worth doing some more keyword research on. Corporate party entertainment games. Oh, see, the words are in slightly different order. Corporate entertainment party games might be a really good blog post. You know, the ultimate guide to corporate entertainment party games. Again, you've got to think about whether or not the search term fits your profile of customer, and if they're likely to be typing that, and if they are, you know, what content can you generate that's high quality that would engage them, and even if they were only looking for information, would mark you out as someone different to the people who are only trying to push an act at them. So Answer the Public is really good for some more idea generation so that you can go back into it. into the keywords and then drill into them. But to a certain extent, you need to start thinking about your keywords in groups, in topic groups. So corporate entertainment's quite wide. How can we break that down into smaller and smaller pieces? And hopefully with this approach I've given you, you can now start to think about, okay, so if I want to create content in and around that topic, what posts or what content are people actually searching for that I can then create content allied to the main topic. And that way you build up your content over time for the keywords that you want to get searched for, and you go after the ones where people are going to likely to become a customer. You know, if you give them informational content, they then do a bit more further research on it, and then they are looking to buy what it is you've been telling them about. You've got a much bigger chance of A, being in the search results when they come to buy, and B, them trusting that you can deliver what you've shown them, because they trust you because of the great content you've added at the informational stage. So hopefully that's given you a load of ideas on how to research your keywords and what to look for. Now that's the core keyword activities that you'll keep doing, and going back and drilling into your keywords and longer tail keywords and having ideas around the keywords. So it's important that you get familiar with these tools and you use them quite regularly so that you are constantly coming up with new keyword ideas and thus creating new content. So now join us for part 3, where we're going to be looking at backlinks.
So what are you waiting for? Take action now and enjoy your friends' compliments.